Hey, welcome to Table Tennis Philosophy. A question comes today from Sylvain, and his question is, why are there not more players that use anti-spin and long pips among the top 100 players or the top players in table tennis? Okay, answer is briefly power. The game has gotten to where the dominant style is overwhelming your opponents with speed, spin, powerful shots. It was a little bit different story with the 38 millimeter ball, and it was a little bit different story even with celluloid ball. With the plastic ball, the game has slowly evolved to where players can stay closer to the table, hit stronger shots. And you look at it this way, table tennis is essentially a game of skill. And if that's a given, all the players at the top level have incredible skills. So then, at that point, the skills are, you're looking at a razor's edge kind of difference between the best players in the world and maybe the top 500. And then a big part of getting to the top becomes athleticism, and that's something that players can work on at that level to maintain their athletic ability to make powerful shots. When you have junk rubber, anti-spin is particularly tricky. You're really locked into the kinds of shots you can make. And while that is somewhat effective at intermediate levels and can be a little bit more effective with women players, when you get the really super strong shots, anti just doesn't work. And don't forget though that there are some good choppers still in the world, or at least modern defensive players who will chop with long pips on their backhand and attack with strong shots on their forehand, who have made it into the top ranks. Maybe not the top 10, but certainly the top 100. There are a few of them out there, but there are very few, and the reason is the way the game has evolved. Just like most other sports, it becomes more about speed and power, and you can't turn on a dime and hit a powerful shot with anti. You can hit some quick shots with anti, but you're basically outgunned when you're trying to play against a really highly skilled player who can use inverted fast rubber to play against you. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy using it at intermediate and even lower advanced levels, and I've seen it done pretty well, but in the top levels, the real answer is the game has become just so much faster, and attempting to slow it down doesn't work. The top players know how to deal with any kind of off-speed ball and even changes in spin quite easily, and then if you're using anti or long pips, you're outgunned. Now, he put a follow-up question. Is the trend towards short pips that some of the top players have used recently, is that already fading? I don't think so. I think there's still a possibility if you've got a strong inverted rubber and strong shots on the one side, and you can hit fast short pip shots, it should still be somewhat effective. I can't imagine that it would fall off the map completely, but you may know more about that than I do. Maybe some of those players are already rethinking what they're doing, but given that the players that you mentioned, Matthias Falk, Mima Ito, how far they got using short pips on either their forehand or backhand, I don't think it's going to end completely. Now, some players that are in the intermediate levels that have used it may be rethinking it, finding it's not as effective as they hoped it would be. But I think there's still a place for that. Short pips still give you some strong shots that are uncomfortable for a lot of players who are not playing against it on a regular basis. So, Sylvain, hope that answers your question. I'm still looking for all the questions I can get, and I'll make videos about every single one of them if at all possible. I still got quite a few coming up. Thanks a lot. Bye.